Hey there.
Hello.
Welcome back to the show. We're back here at the Embassy Suites. Beautiful Embassy Suites, might I add you. This place is great. Thanks for putting up with us here at MoCannaCon. We have an honored guest here. We've been trying to get you on the show.
Guy's impossible to get.
I know. He's
a good
pulling
get.
in so many directions. This is the guy I was telling you about, Craig. This is retired Sergeant Chris Wolfenbarger. And it's an honor to have you on the show, sir. You're kind of a star. I've seen you on a few commercials and a few what would you call them? Little internet videos where you're talking about what we got the 3 amendments coming up, right? Were you in support of one of them when you're
Absolutely. I am 100% in favor of Amendment 2.
Okay.
I've been a part of the Project 422 program for 2 years where they educated veterans specifically so that we would be able to make the best medical suggestions and lead the way to other veterans as multiple initiatives hit the ballot. So once I had an opportunity to review in depth all 3 of the legalization pieces that Missouri's voters will have a choice on, Amendment 2 is clearly hands down the best.
Agreed.
And then just to make sure and hedge my bets, I went out and I listened to people that really know what they're talking about, because 2 years of education is not really a lifetime. It's only 2 years. Yeah. And I had an opportunity to hear former Chief Justice of the Missouri Supreme Court, Justice Michael Wolf, speak. And he came out and clearly said, Amendment 2 is the best legalization piece he's ever seen, and he's reviewed everything in every state.
Wow.
And that Amendment 3, if passed, God forbid, would be held up in constitutional challenges to the point that it would never see the light of day. And I said, can I use that quote? And he said, absolutely, you can use that quote.
That's huge.
It functionally allows Brad Bradshaw to create his own fiefdom inside of Missouri.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
We've been calling him the Cannabis Czar.
The autonomous power that he is granted with his measure. He has some balls on him to put his name in the Missouri Constitution.
36 square miles in 5 different locations would be selected under that. And then
he's got eminent domain,
right? That's eminent domain. 5 spots of 36 square miles. Right. And then it gets to a public vote in those areas, and whichever one has the most yes votes gets it. So if everybody in every one of those sections say no, except for one person, everybody in that 36 square mile area loses all of their rights, fee simple rights. And I'm a certified real estate appraiser. I do eminent domain. I understand what that's for, and it's definitely not to give to some dude and then give him $66 million a year on top of that to spend for he and his 8 buddies that he appoints. It is insanity.
Chris, I made the list, so actually, Amendment 3 is for me because I'm going to be on Bradshaw's board, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, he gets it.
Look where you found yourself.
Chris, how did you start your advocacy? How did you get into the fight?
Well, being on the advisory board for the Foundation for Exceptional Warriors and an active board member for 5 years prior to that, roughly, we saw warrior after warrior after warrior that we put into the field at no cost. And one of the things that they all dealt with was a camaraderie issue, the inability to recreate those bonds that only combat can give you.
Yeah, totally.
And once we got them on events, they would create a peer-to-peer network of support, right? But that was only good enough to get them by. And we were still losing 22 veterans a day. We're touching a lot of lives. So the Foundation for Exceptional Warriors is doing an amazing job, touching a ton of lives. They're getting ready to get this, dude. They're getting ready to throw 2 Medal of Honor recipients out of an airplane over Normandy on D-Day.
Whoa.
What's going on?
They're going to take 2 Medal of Honor.
Like a tandem jump?
Yeah, like with my buddy jump, not with each other, obviously, but but yeah, they're gonna parachute 2 Medal of Honor recipients onto the beach on D-Day.
That is wild,
right?
Man.
I think last year we took 3 different fishing groups shark fishing off the East Coast of the United States. I want to say North Carolina, but that's not cool enough for the few.
Yeah.
On the boat from Jaws.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
the orca.
Yeah.
It's called the orca.
It's a cricket. It's called the cricket too, I believe now. But yeah, in the movie it was the orca or whatever it was. But yeah,
Yeah, I love
so we
that
take them
movie.
fish. We take tip of the spear warriors. We're talking about the valorous POWs, combat wounded, and most importantly, special operations forces. Anybody that was ever one of those elite warriors, they have trouble forming bonds with people that didn't do some of the things that they did, right?
Sure.
So, yeah,
Those are the guys.
They do epic stuff.
Those are some guys too, because we've had a chance, doing stuff with the project for 22. It's really opened my eyes, my family's eyes. But the camaraderie part was always, I was like, man, that's so cool how you guys care about each other afterwards. And everybody's like, I checked in on you, I'm checking in on my other guy, got to make sure this guy, we're going to do this. That is so neat.
One of the favorite events there's two favorite events for warriors. The first favorite event for groups is pheasant hunting. Okay, because you're like surrounding the pheasants, and you're like moving in formation. Everybody's got their field of fire, and then at any second it can cook off. Boom, we're right back. This is as much like combat as you can get, except without having people shoot back. Right.
Cool. Wait till the pheasants arm themselves. Okay?
I know the pheasant rebellion of 2019. I'm terrified. Right, those damn green heads. They'll be everywhere. I'll see them in my sleep. And then what's super cathartic is a lot of these guys got wounded, right? So when you're wounded on the battlefield, they take your rifle, stick you in a helicopter, and you're out. Okay. Then you might never see those guys again. Oh, now we get done going back to pheasant hunting. We're back on mission with our brothers and sisters. And then at the end of the day, you get to put the rifle down, or shotgun down in this case. And it's very cathartic because you went back to that fork in the road. You got to redo your piece, right? You got to move forward from there. Duck and goose is another huge one because you're just like laying there or sitting in the blind or whatever, giving each other a hard time the whole time, just like you're on mission, right? You're giving each other shit the whole time, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, birds, and then the caller starts calling, and then when it's time, the guide makes the call, and you jump up and you shoot, bam, 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 and it's like, I got that one, no, I got that one, no, I got that one. One time we got sponsored by Spectre Shot, okay. Spectre Shot, you get a case of shotgun shells, and there's 2 yellow, 2 red, 2 orange, 2 green, and 2 blue boxes. Okay. So each of the warriors took 2 boxes of shells, and then the guide took a box of blue, and I took a box of blue. Okay. So the shot, when they come out and you're cleaning the blue, so when you're cleaning the birds, you can see who shot the birds, right? Okay. So all these guys are claiming all these shots. Now it's a competition, right? All right. So then we're cleaning birds, and that guide was a good shot because he made me look like a stud, man. Because he and I both had blue. They both had blue. Every one of those birds had blue in it.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
And it was never me, I guarantee it. But I took credit for all that shit.
You gotta lead the bird. I've been watching a lot of Meat Eater lately on Netflix. And it's crazy. That guy rifle hunts all the time, and he went out shooting pigeons, and he couldn't do it at first. He's like, I don't get it, because I guess it moves. Your shot's moving too. Man.
It's a great time. So
that's awesome.
Then I started thinking, how else can I help warriors? You know what I mean?
Sure. And as the camaraderie wasn't enough.
Well, no, it was enough, but only for those segments. We work the Foundation for Exceptional Warriors. Like I said, I haven't been active for a couple of years because I'm just too busy. Sure. But they're taking 400 or 500 warriors a year into the field, and their families. They do family stuff and everything. Their mission's amazing, right? Awesome. But we're only touching that many. Right. And when I was asked, because of my contact with the Foundation for Exceptional Warriors, to be a part of Project 422, I went to Colorado and I saw the one statistic that I've been waiting to see the whole time. Israel has been treating their patients with PTSD first with medical marijuana since 1996.
That's incredible.
That's my biggest problem. Right? I'm separated from my wife right now because of a PTSD rage. She just couldn't take another one. We're trying to work it out. And if you're watching, I love you, and I'm doing everything I can to get you back. You know that every minute of every day. So I'm working really hard on a lot of different things to get right. Yeah. Okay? But the fact that this is the medicine that the country that fights every day and has since the beginning of the dawn of time. Look in the Bible. People have been trying to kill the Jews since day one, right?
God, yeah.
So Israel has been fighting to stay alive. First, they had to fight to get to be a country. If they stopped fighting right now, everybody would eat them in 2 days. If everybody around them stopped fighting, board be over.
It's a wild scenario over there in the Holy Land, man.
It is, and this is what everybody in Israel has to serve. Nobody gets a free pass.
Well,
you all have to be in the military.
You met Machulam?
I did. I got to shake his hand, and
he's the guy. He's the guy who's been leading the charge over there in Israel.
He has done so many amazing things that he actually has released studies where he's cured things, and nobody in Big Pharma bothered to pick it up yet. It's so frustrating.
I believe that.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, because he's the guy. He was stealing like hash and cannabis from like the police impound.
He wasn't stealing it. They were giving it to him, and he didn't.
Craig, he was stealing it. Okay, don't listen.
Look,
who are you gonna trust, Craig?
Yeah, I got an idea.
Thank you for the viewers that don't know. There are a lot of strains of cannabis that have OG references to them. Raphael Meshulam is the original OG right there. That is the original gangster. He first synthesized THC in 1962. The Nobel Prize that they give him will be green, baby, because he's going to get one day.
Oh, sure. Especially if, say he is finding cures for different ailments. They're finding out that a lot of ailments are caused by the same things. And so the fact that he was studying it, because our studies in America, we're supposed to be leading the world and stuff like that, you would think, but they're doing it for their athletes as well. Like they're saying they're athletes. You need at least some CBD. Like you got to get your endocannabinoid system. You know, that's becoming a second language over there to where here we've had doctors at the conference who are trying to educate other doctors because they say, yeah, they didn't teach us a darn thing about the endocannabinoid system in all of med school.
One day. Most of them get less than 8 hours of it.
But Chris, how cool was it though to see yesterday in the conference room when one doctor commands the stage, reaches out, is like, okay, who all in here is a doctor, and all of a sudden half the room's like, everybody's ready to get educated.
I never realized how scared I was at the pro Amendment 2 stance that I'd taken. You've seen me all, you've seen the commercials and stuff, and I really worked hard to educate myself to make sure I was making the right choice when I made my recommendation on which piece of voter initiative to support, and then to have people like Dr. Sue Sicily, Lori Robinette.
She just walked into the room.
I know. I'm such a. You're a fanboy. I'm a fanboy right now. Dr. Sue Sicily is.
Hey, get up. She's getting out. Get up. I got
it. You're
out of here, sir.
Oh my God. I'm in the presence of greatness. So anyway, to have all of these world-class scientists, all of these world-class researchers, and all of these world-class leaders in the industry step forward and go, Amendment 2 is the right choice for Missouri. Everything we're talking about today is possible with Amendment 2, and it's not possible with 3, and it's not possible with C. If you want to have what we're telling you is possible right now out there in the world, you have got to vote yes on 2, no on 3, no on C. And then I was so validated.
Absolutely.
I was so validated. I didn't even realize how scared I was until I heard people that make a living as doctors doing this stand up there and go, yeah, I agree with Chris Wolfenbarger. Well, basically what I was hearing was they agreed with with the stance I had already taken,
which is all we all want to hear, right? Like, hey,
I was so relieved to know that I didn't back the wrong horse. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure,
absolutely.
I'm so glad I didn't get Amendment 3 tattooed on my ass. Have you seen my tattoo?
No, let's see it.
Of Amendment 2 on my ass. I'm gonna show it again here. Let's go. Show pony.
This guy is just relentless with this ass thing. He's like, all right, I get it with at least 1 week where I get to show everybody how committed I was.
Wait a second. Turn around a little bit so she can get the angle. Move your hand. Move this hand right here. Oh! Amendment 2, baby.
Ooh, that hurt worse than the actual tattoo itself. Okay.
Wow. It was an accident. Hey. Aren't you tired of seeing it? How many shows in a row have you had to see it?
I've been waiting for that since the day it was on there.
Hey guys, pretty funny, but why am I hard?
The best part is I made $73.17 because we took a collection in the room earlier.
For
if I would
sure.
do that.
Everybody's like, I got
You
a
didn't
buck
know
on it.
that? Like,
You gotta split that with me.
no way.
You gotta
no
split
way.
that with me. Those are rules.
That came from 53 different donors, by the way. That was a grassroots
Absolutely.
effort.
All right.
Of ass slapping.
That's like an Amendment 2 type effort right there. That makes sense.
That's so how
Grassroots
Amendment
campaign.
2 came about, right?
I hope Sue Sisley does the same damn thing, brother.
If Sue Sisley spanks your ass, I'm going to spank my own ass over there for just thinking about it.
You started a trend, man. Look
Hey.
out. Am I crying?
Oh,
You guys tell? Oh, man. Well, what was the most, I don't know, not
Best
most
part of the
important
weekend.
thing.
What was
Yeah.
the best surprise of the weekend for you?
Yeah.
the best surprise of the weekend for me. Oh, my gosh, that's a tough one.
You can give us a couple. It was a pretty surprising event.
No,
Mine was the ass slap.
the ass slap was epic. I had a couple of aha moments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think when Sue Sisley said I signed my 76th patient, the study is about to start, right? The study
can
to
open the
cure
data.
PTSD is about to start. Because we know the medicine works in other places, but until an American scientist proves it, America won't believe it. Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
so Sue Sisley is about to start a research project that is revolutionary in the fact that it's on the United States soil, but I believe that has already been conducted in other places successfully, and we have a pretty good idea of what her hypothesis is most likely going to be and what the conclusions of her scientific results are going to be. And once that happens, game
Huge.
on.
And they unblind the
Game
data in the
on.
spring.
Absolutely.
That's going to be the game changer.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait because we've seen it time and time again this weekend, the efficacy of cannabis as a medicine.
Absolutely.
It's wild, and it's awesome. Chris, thanks for joining the show, man. It's
Man,
finally
Want to
it's
give
so
any
good.
last shout outs? You want to shout out an organization or anything
know what,
that
the
you're
fact-
doing? Who you working
if-
with? What are you doing?
If you are looking to support the ability of warriors that really, really need it, please take a look at the Foundation for Exceptional Warriors. They can use all your support. Here's what you could really do that makes life easy. Have you ever heard of Amazon Prime?
Yep.
Yeah, once or twice.
Once or twice. If you've got an Amazon Prime account, you can log into Amazon Smile.
Okay.
Okay, it's their giving wing. Put in your Amazon Prime info. It recognizes you, and then every time you log in, instead of Prime, you go to Smile.
Okay.
And 0.5% of everything you buy goes to the Foundation for Exceptional Warriors if you select them as your charity. So you just go
Shit
select
me.
a few, the Foundation for Exceptional Warriors as your charity, and then boom, every time you guys buy something on Amazon Prime for $10,
That's huge.
we get 50 cents, you know.
That's
Or
huge.
is it- No, we get a nickel. Right.
Don't.
So,
I'm not the math guy on
hey,
here.
all I can tell
obviously.
you is it
It
all
adds up.
adds up.
It adds up.
It certainly does.
Absolutely.
Well, that's awesome, man. I can't wait to talk to you again. You got to come back to the St. Louis area. I know you're out
Absolutely.
KC way, but we'll get you live in
We'll go out
studio.
west. We're
Yeah,
gonna go
we'll
to
go.
Grinders. You got to go. I got to take you to Grinders in KC.
We're gonna have to pick him up on our way to our Colorado
Dude,
trip.
when I was there Saturday night, I went to Grinders with my service dog.
Yeah.
And I roll in. He's like, "Hey, you can't bring your dog inside." And I looked at him and I'm like, "I can bring my dog wherever the fuck I want, dude. This is my service dog." And he said, I can't say that on the radio. Can
Yeah,
I?
you
No, you 1,000,000%
You say it right here.
Yeah,
can.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I can take my dog wherever the fuck I want. It's a service dog. And he looked down and he's like, "Oh, yeah, you totally can. Come on." And then he was like, totally cool. "Do you want me to get her a glass of water while you wait for your pizza?"
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
"Thanks, Grinders,
Bomb
for being
pizza.
super cool."
Bomb
dude.
pizza, dude.
Sauce.
They literally have
Sausage.
the bomb pizza where
I-
they drop in the middle of the pizza like chili and it's
Oh, my, what?
insane.
Yep.
What? Hey, just real quick shout out Jenny, my wife. She says hello.
Hey, Miss
She's
Jenny.
she's a big fan. A little bit too big of a fan, if you ask me.
What?
Just joking. Chris is great. Thanks for joining us, brother.
Love it.
you
Thanks
know,
for having me.
We got all the information out there. We'll get it to you guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll come right back from the Embassy Suites.
Which is
MoCannaCon.
sweet.
You're the man.